We should change the name of the show to Richie Goes to Concerts I Want to See Without Me and talks about them, plus some brain cells. Welcome back to episode 100 and something. I think it's maybe 103 now. Really, they're all the same after 100, so why are you guys still here? Um, what are you cracking open over there? Oh, all right. What flavor? Tell the people.
This is
It
the peach
is
edition, which I
okay.
did not choose willingly. Does that make sense?
Um, Not necessarily, because you did buy that item, so in
Yeah, it's an
some sense you
oxymoron.
did
It's
choose it
I
willingly.
I actively chose this, but I did not choose it willingly because the store I was at did not have a proper selection of choices. So I had to
But
like
you still chose
scramble.
something. You could have simply not purchased a Red Bull on
No,
this
well,
day,
no,
and
because
that
it
would have
was
been
two for
choosing
six
willingly.
at this particular establishment. Okay, I'm
Okay.
not gonna walk out with just one Red Bull when it's two for six. So I had to pick another one. Because the other one I
That's how they
chose
get
was,
you.
yeah, the other one I chose I think was the pretty sure it was the cherry one. I think new one, the
Okay.
spring edition, maybe.
Yep.
Yeah. And then this was the other one that they had that I would actually drink because I was looking for the ice vanilla berry, which they did not have.
Hmm.
So I had to scramble. I'm like, oh no, what do I do? And so I picked with this one. It was, but my choices were like literally pink edition or regular Red Bull, and I don't really like regular Red Bull, so peach edition it was.
Okay. And in a color coded mug as well. Look at you.
Yeah, you see what it is?
Oh, that's cool. That's the Stormtrooper Tiki
It is.
San Diego Comic
Which
Con exclusive.
I did buy this at San Diego Comic Con. Yeah, nice call.
Mm-hmm. Thank you very much. I pay attention. Uh, what did you hit me with this week on the thing that you pay attention? Oh, it was there's a story about one of my old coworkers that heard a Julian Baker song in public, and had told me about that, and then I told you obviously, and you
Hmm.
remembered what it was and that was an experience. I'm like, oh, all right, good memory.
See, I told you, like I said in the text, I actually listen. Contrary to what popular belief or what you may seem to think sometimes, I actually do listen.
Fair enough. I have to give you credit for that one. So well done. Oh man. Okay. Where do we want to start this week? We were talking about nonsense for like probably a half an hour before the show started while I was housing an acai bowl, but um we could start where I started with the intro. I'll just let you take the lead. You had a concert this week. How was it? What would you like to share with the people?
Yes, I was at. We've been waiting for this show for a bit now. After it was announced, because I needed to figure out if I could get the show date off, and I did, luckily. So that was good. So then I bought my ticket, and then I got a text this week. I was like, "Hey, are you really for sure unavailable?" Because the person who's my backup ended up not being able to do it, and so they came like I was like, "No, I already bought my ticket, bro. Come on." so so yeah, I went to the Van Buren this week and saw the Somerset were the headliner and Arizona band. Band called Senses was the second opening act. But the reason why I went was because a friend of the show, Good Boy Daisy, was the show opener that night. And that's only my second time seeing them live, and they were a lot of fun. I enjoyed the show. Played most of their new stuff. Um, and they said that they were most of the stuff they were playing was going to be on the EP. So a lot of the singles they've already put out are going to be on the EP, and it was great. And the people seemed to like the show that were there, that showed up early, and they were into it. And yeah, went bought some merch. I should have worn my stinking merch. I don't know what I did. What did I do with it?
Yeah,
It's
is that shirt you were wearing new merch? Because I might have to cop one of those. I like the logo.
oh the shirt I was wearing in the picture. Yes, we'll get to in
Hmm.
a second. Um, I should probably load it in real quick, but uh yes, it is new merch. It's yeah, it's got the band logo on the front and the back. It has the logo for the. It says debut EP coming March whatever.
That's
So it's
cool.
a
Yeah, to
EP
your
shirt.
point, I just looked up the track list and it's only track 5 and track 8 that we don't know. The rest of the stuff on this EP is now out with their
Yes.
last single on Friday.
But yeah, so I had a great. It was a great time. Cool seeing them live. They were great. Their band sounded great. And I enjoyed it. And I said went to the merch table, bought some merch, and then they were not there. Dylan and Haley were not there at first. I was like, all right, cool. Well, maybe they'll show up a little bit later. So they did. I ended up going to was able to go say hi to them after the second band wrapped up. So and I was like, I walked up and was like, hey, do you know we have a mutual friend? I was
Oh
like, oh
no.
yeah,
The mortifying ordeal of being known. Hate
yeah.
that.
But yeah, they were super chill and got a picture with them. So and they said, at least Dylan said that she does listen to the podcast.
I don't know how much I believe that. It's a very nice thing to say, but I texted you. I think it was that SpongeBob meme of him like
Yeah,
standing in this deep fried, really dark black hallway.
yeah,
It's like the thought that there's someone out there that's not just like my mom and dad that listen to this podcast and it's not just us screaming into the void is
mm-hmm,
really kind of horrifying to think about, like being perceived in a public sense.
mm-hmm.
Because you and I just get on here and talk about nonsense for an hour.
Yes, yes,
Like, no one's listening to this. But then sometimes, maybe people are listening to this.
right.
I don't know who
Hozier
that
still
makes me
listens
feel
every
really
week.
bad. Yeah, our one Irish listener. I haven't checked in a while, actually. We may have more than one, we may have less than one. Who
That would be
knows?
awesome if we were big in Ireland because then we can, be like, hey, let's do a fan meetup in Ireland and then just never come back to the United States. Just
Yeah, we could just be networking in
yeah, I mean,
Ireland
we're both like
forever.
we're you're paler than me, but like I'm not,
Okay,
you know.
watch yourself. Sometimes you can walk that right back off the cliff it came from. Okay. God bless.
We could fit in Ireland, I think.
Yeah, we'd be fine. We'd be totally fine. Maybe. I don't know, actually. Well, we could test that theory. Ireland, would you have us? Like, could we do a live show in Ireland or something? Like, reach out, let us know. We're happy to.
Yes, absolutely. We have gotten sidetracked already. What the hell were we talking about?
So sidetracked. You went to a concert.
I did. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So anyway, yeah. There was like a line of like over like a dozen people to say hi to them after the show. So I didn't get a chance to talk to them for super long, but yeah. So they did say that they were like, hey, can we submit questions for the show? And I was like, hell yeah, yeah. You can just and she was like, um, and she was like, the thing is though, I'll send them to you individually, and then you can't tell each other what the questions are beforehand.
Oh no. Okay. I'm up for that. I'm terrified, but I'm up for it. It would be a new segment. We could do viewer submitted questions.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Well, maybe we obviously we could put it up on the podcast thing, and then yeah. But anyway, that's for a later time. But anyway, yeah. So yeah. If you guys are listening, questions are open. The DMs are open.
We don't know how to close them, so the DMs are definitely open.
Yeah.
Yep, for sure. For sure.
Yeah. So they're out on tour right now. I believe they were playing in Texas tonight, actually. Maybe as we're recording this. And yeah, they're out on the road for the rest of the next couple months. They're headed your way. I told them that you would be at the show, so.
Yep. We're representing. We're standing on business.
Yeah, so they were great. Census was good. Like Paramore-esque type style band.
Mm.
And they did sing a Hillary Duff cover.
Wow. Do you remember the
Yes.
song?
Yeah, it's the one that's like was super popular, like years and years and years ago.
Well, there's a handful of them. I was the Hillary Duff kid. There's Come Clean, I think. There's So Yesterday, I think is Hillary Duff. Um, Hold on. She's
Cool,
on
cool.
tour now too. Hillary Duff is on
Yeah,
tour.
yeah.
Um, yeah. Come Clean. Wake Up. It's funny because like I'm googling these and then I'm also like getting things from stuff that she was in. That's like Circle of Life and The Tiki Room. I'm like, no, those are not those are not Hillary
Right.
Duff songs. Um So Yesterday, Come Clean, um Play with Fire, With Love, Chasing the Sun, All About You, and Sparks.
Oh my gosh. I don't know the
Impossible
name
to
of the
know,
song,
maybe.
but it was one of the gosh darn popular Hillary Duff songs. Okay, I don't remember which one,
Okay.
but they did play that, and that was kind of silly and fun.
Okay.
Uh, and then the headliners were Somerset, and they were a lot of fun. They were super great. Really enjoyed them. They played a bunch of stuff from their new record, which I really liked. I did not realize that that they first of all they've been around for a very long time,
Mhm.
and that this like record that they just put out last year has is like their first record in like almost a decade. They like and so they played a bunch of songs from that record. There were people, believe it or not, I was actually talking to people in line before the show, which I don't think you would think would happen for me at least. You know, I don't like talking to
That
people,
you were
so
talking to people?
yeah.
No, concerts are a great place to talk to people because
But yeah,
you're all there for the same thing. Like
yeah,
you can bond with strangers.
this is true.
I
Yeah,
love
so I
talking to
was.
people at concerts.
You do, I don't. So
Fair enough.
Um, yeah, it took a little bit of extra oomph to be able to talk to people for a show, but the people I were talking to, um, were I told you this, so like two of the girls, like one had just moved to Phoenix like last year, and then the other girl like flew in from Nebraska. um, I'm assuming, it sounds like these two they're longtime friends and they've known each other for a long time. So I think the other girl, they were both from Nebraska. So, but anyway, so she flew out from Nebraska just to see the Somerset, which is wild, uh, and pretty cool actually.
Yeah.
And then like there were like another group of girls in front of me, and like three of them, three of the four had never been to the Van Buren. So I was like, oh, you guys have never been? Welcome. You know.
Yeah. Good stuff.
Uh, yeah. Go see live music. I have another concert coming up in a couple weeks too, and then none until the summer. Question mark.
Oh, well, we'll see. I don't think we won that giveaway for
Yeah.
Oshiaga Festival, but we'll see. Maybe more on the horizon if Reddit is to be believed, which genuinely you should not believe things that you read on Reddit, but if Reddit is to be believed.
I was doing
Okay.
I was texting you on on like Saturday or something, and I was like,
Mm-hmm.
because I was bored and I was going through the Reddit, and I was like burning through theories, and like it's like, oh, people think that Muna might be playing.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Evanston native, Katie Gavin. I
mm-hmm,
just particularly with crossovers with that other festival we were looking at, for
mm-hmm,
no particular reason, of course. Um, I have a hard time believing that any of those artists are going to do that crossover because it's the same weekend.
it always is,
But
which
it
is why
just,
there is
that
crossover.
feels
Yeah.
baffling to me that you could like transport that and get, I mean, obviously I know like when you go on a big tour like this, you can get city to city in a day, no
Mm-hmm.
problem, but it feels weird to, and especially if you're like a headliner and you can come
Yeah.
with some staging and set and
Right.
like
Yeah. Yeah.
budget and stuff like that. It feels wild to me that there would be a scenario where you could play two fairly spread apart cities within the same weekend.
Mm-hmm.
just from a logistics standpoint.
Hey, but they do it, so
We'll see. Fingers
we'll
crossed.
we'll find out in a couple weeks.
Seems like it.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Who knows? Who knows anymore?
We also found out
Time
on
isn't right.
we found out on the TikTok this morning because you sent me a TikTok, and that the Tate Fund is not it is a what's the damn wording? It is a
Like,
uh
it's not a unique concept just to
yeah,
us.
yes,
Yeah, it's not
yes.
an isolated existence. I forget the exact wording. I wish I had it in front of me, but it was like, I found this TikTok came up on my For You page this morning, and it was like, when my homegirl wants to spend money, but I have to remind her that like Tate McRae could go on tour sometime soon. I, I literally sent it to you, and I was like, it's us. Every time that I hold back from spending money on something, which, by the way, I don't know if you've noticed this, but I had this rant in my head today, and then I couldn't make enough of a topic about it to really want to put it on the show. But why is everything nowadays $20? Like, stuff used to be discretionary spending money things used to be like $10 or like $5.
Mm-hmm.
Everything is $20 nowadays. You said it earlier. You're like, I don't get delivery. I called my parents the other night because I had this free pizza coupon that was
Yeah.
expiring from a retailer that I will not name because they don't deserve the publicity because they're expensive. And in order to get the free pizza delivered, you had to meet the delivery minimum, which, like, okay, understood. Delivery minimum was $14. So they're
Mm-hmm.
like, we'll just get a second pizza and then, get one of them for free. I'm like, okay, that's great. I put both of those things in the cart and the total was still $25. I was like, wait a minute. It's like $25 for me to get one pizza delivered to my apartment. So I've stopped getting it delivered. I've started going to do carry out, but like everything is $20. The acai bowl I ate before the show was $20.
True.
At Why is everything $20? So anyway, every time I don't spend $20 on something, I mentally will add it to the Tate Fund. But it seems like other people are doing that too. So I'm glad
Yes.
that saving for concerts doesn't make us feel like total crazy people. Like
Yes.
somewhere on the internet, there's a sphere that overlaps that other people are making creative, like illusionary discretionary spending funds
Yeah.
for things that they
Yes.
want to do
I
in the
mean,
future.
it is stupid. I think we talked about this off last time, how
Mm-hmm.
crazy expensive bigger concerts are becoming.
Mm-hmm.
Smaller shows are still great because you can still go for $20. I went to the Somerset concert for 40, right? Um, and so you can still go to smaller shows for fairly cheap. But like, yeah, you go to arena tour or anything else, like, good luck finding a ticket for less than $100. Like, yeah, it ain't gonna happen.
Plus, any sale that goes through Ticketmaster or Live Nation is just the odds are all against you.
Mm-hmm.
The
Right.
odds are all against you. You're better off trying to buy resale. But then some people are turning off resale, which is great, and I understand the allure of that to try and prevent scalping. But realistically, the scalpers are buying them and listing them for a price where if they only sell a couple of them, that's fine. They're probably going to make back what they paid, and they don't care at all about leaving those seats empty.
Yeah.
So if we turn off resale, it just means that there's going to be fewer seats available than would be sold out for fans to go sit in.
Yeah. Yeah.
We got to fix it. I
But
don't know how we fix it, but we got to fix it.
got to fit absolutely. Yeah. Actually, to your point about everything being $20 now, this is so true because I was looking for where to go for lunch today, and I was like, where I haven't been in a while. I haven't been to. Again, I will not name the place because they are don't. You know, we're anti-capitalist on this show.
Sure.
At least as much as we can be. Uh, and which is why you support your smaller artists and you go see them and you buy their merch.
Correct. And
Important.
show up early because you might find a new favorite band that you didn't know that you could
Yes,
have.
exactly. Amen to that. Anyway, so I was looking at this place's menu and I was like, I haven't had them in a while. I'll see what and it was like $17 for this plate. I'm like, oh my God. Like, and it's probably like a really small portion too, so it was not going to like provide proper sustenance for me. So I ended up going and ordering an Aaron Frankel, and
You got to keep that going.
and it was less than $10, and that was great.
For those of you who are not in the know, somehow, an Aaron Frankel is a Caesar salad
Yes.
inspired by United States women's hockey hero and her side blog rating Caesar salads,
Yeah.
which is really a great side hustle to have.
Yes.
I think Lord had one. I don't remember if this was Lord, but I think Lord had one a couple of years ago where she was like rating onion rings or something.
Yeah. I remember that. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this feels
Yeah.
feels similar. Feels like it's in the same vein. But I love a Caesar salad. Girl dinner.
Yes.
Or anybody dinner, really. Like sleigh dinner. If you like a Caesar salad and fries and a Diet Coke, sleigh dinner. Good for
Sleigh
you.
dinner.
Yep.
What were
Okay.
we
I don't
talking
know where
about?
you're going with
I
that.
have no idea.
No.
We-
No. I have no idea. Everything is $20 now.
yeah.
That's the spiral that I went down, and I was like, "There's no way we're putting this on the show," and then we went ahead and put it on the show anyway. So that's what we do here. Okay, where are we gonna go with this? Oh, I had one other thing I wanted to bring up. I don't know if you've seen this. My mom sent this to me actually, which is funny that she was connected on knowing about this because you and I are chronically online, so we see everything. Unfortunate. Um, unfortunate absorption of the internet in a way that no man was ever intended to consume and absorb the internet. But my mom sent me this, and it's Liquid Death in partnership with Spotify is making a Spotify urn to presumably hold your ashes or the ashes of a loved one. And you can purchase this thing, and the urn plays your quote eternal playlist. I don't know if you can preload a playlist on this, but it will, I believe, play whatever playlist. Like if you go on Spotify, there's a feature where you can like make your eternal playlist,
Yeah.
and it will presumably scour your library and decide based on the vibes that you tell it what thing it thinks that you want to listen to forever. It's like 15 or 20 songs. I did it just for fun.
Yeah.
My urn thinks that it would be funny to play Hotel Room Service by Pitbull for eternity, along with some other songs, but this is the funniest thing I've seen lately is like, I get it. Because that would be like, I don't want to, you and I both love music enough where like, I think I could justify that. Now, that doesn't mean that you couldn't just like put a speaker next to me when I go and just introduce me to new things periodically, but I think it would be funny if you like go ahead and, have this urn and there's like a button on it or something and you push it and it starts playing like Fire Burning by Sean Kingston. I just think it would be funny. So I don't know if you'd heard about the Spotify urn.
No, I have.
Or
I
if
had
you
not.
have,
This
if
is
you had
this
done
is
the
new
eternal
information to me.
playlist. Yeah. I think it's $450 in what
Oh my
sense
god!
thing.
Talk
Well,
about
okay,
freaking
but
capitalism. Gee, man,
I know,
Christmas.
but it is designed to hold your ashes for eternity or however
Yeah.
long this planet lasts before we get inevitably swallowed by a black hole or the sun or something.
Right.
My eternal playlist included Low featuring T-Pain by Flo Rida. It did have Hotel Room Service by Pitbull. It had Drum Show by 21 Pilots. It had, what did it have? It had Garden of Eden by Lady Gaga. It had some random songs in here that I was like, I'm honestly not sure that I've ever heard this before. But it was funny to imagine. And it had 4 Minutes by Madonna and Justin Timberlake. I'm looking at it right now. We also had Purple Lace Bra Taste, but yeah, very funny to find out what the algorithm thinks that my eternal soundtrack would be.
See, I don't think that would work for me because my Spotify doesn't have enough data to explain to me.
Sure,
What?
yeah, you don't necessarily, you're gonna get some really random stuff in there. Because
do
it
I do
asks
it?
you some questions too. That's like,
Oh, it
what's your
does.
vibe? Do you want to be like eternally dancing? What would be your ghost noise? Like whatever it
Where
is.
do I find it? You know?
If you search eternal playlist, it should be like it'll let you take a little quiz or something. Maybe not on the free one. I would assume it does.
Okay, here we go. Eternal playlist.
We're
Oh, here we go.
scouring.
Echo Death Eternal playlist. Makes for great. Oh, here we go. Okay, I found it.
Okay, there you go.
Let's do it live on the show and see what happens.
Let's do it live.
Let's go. Okay, what's your eternal vibe? One big party, very very chill, so much yearning, being an actual angel. So much
You?
yearning.
I was gonna say chill for you.
I would chill was my bet. Yeah, that's what
Being
we
an
go with.
actual angel is funny.
Fill in the blank. Rest in feelings. Rest in dance. Rest in paradise. Rest in bass.
Not bass. I could see any of the other three options.
Rest in dance.
Rest and dance. All right, I'm with it. Feels like a good vibe.
I was gonna say rest in hell. That would be freaking badass, bro. Come on,
Yeah.
come on, Spotify, get with it.
That would just give you like black metal. It would all
Down
be
with
like
it. Absolutely. I picked dance. Okay.
Pantera and worse. Okay.
What's your getting ready to haunt music?
Mm-hmm.
Power ballads, lo-fi instrumental pump up tracks, or revenge vocals? Ooh, that sounds scary. I kind of like revenge vocals.
Oh, I was picturing like Better Than Revenge or like
Pump up tracks.
Olivia Rodrigo.
The 1989 Belgian techno anthem.
Belgian
Pump
techno
up the
anthem,
jam.
Pump Up the Jam. Yeah. Honestly, yours would probably be like pretty chill. Maybe a
Yeah.
power ballad.
Yes, I'm gonna go with pump up tracks. Why not?
I like it. I like it.
What's your go-to ghost noise? Oh, I can't. Woo
Yeah. I'm gonna need some more energy here. Act it out.
blah mahaha. What is
Okay.
that? Boo
I don't
or gentle spooky whispering. Obviously, I did a terrible job of that, so I feel like mine would be gentle spooky whispering
Okay.
or boo. But I'm gonna go with gentle spooky whispering because I think it's funny.
I like that for you. I don't think you could fully commit to the ghost noise, so it would just be spooky.
I'm not a good
whispering.
actor. We know that.
You would just be like off somewhere in the house that's like, you should get that on Blu-ray. And that would be like your
Real.
your gentle.
All right, let's see
spooky
what we
whispering.
got here. All right. I have no idea who that is. No idea. We have some Pitbull.
Okay.
We have
Everybody
some
gets Pitbull.
We have some Ray.
Okay.
And
what song?
we got Sports Car.
Sports Car. What song by Ray?
Where is my husband?
That's a great song. I've been obsessed with that one lately.
No idea what that is. Okay. Oh, Renee Rapp.
Okay.
Lucky from Renee Rapp.
Great song.
Riptide by Vance Joy.
If I never had to hear that song again, I
Yeah.
think it would be too soon.
Yeah, I remember.
That's okay.
I liked it when it first came out, but yeah, overplayed.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Don't know any of these. Yeah, this didn't work out too well because I don't.
You don't have a whole lot
No.
of data.
Oh, Miles Smith, who I actually saw live at Innings Festival last week, and I heard him play Stargazing. So
There you go.
there we go. So that one's good. Nickelback.
Which one?
She Keeps Me Up. I'm not really sure what that one is, but
I'm not sure either.
yeah. So there you go. That's my I'm Dead playlist.
Richie's Eternal Playlist. Let's go. All right.
$495.
Right.
It is also sold out.
Okay, there were only like 150 of them, so that makes sense why it was sold out. But like, they were still available when my mom sent me that link, and my mom is
Yeah.
not the fastest about getting new news because I'm pretty sure she gets it from Facebook mostly.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's only 150 of them, and I'm not really set on how the playlist integration thing happened. But if you're listening to this and this is maybe a legally binding document, I don't know, you need my signature somewhere, you can just put a little speaker next to me. and show me new music eventually, and like
Yeah.
I'll be happy enough with that.
Yeah. Um, my idea, I would just, you know what I would want to happen is just
Hmm.
send me to space. Like put me on a rocket and send me to space. I think that'd be
I'm
sick.
in. You know what? I'm interested. If like, would this count if you just like sprinkled a little bit of my ashes at like different music venues? You would get a lot of like new stuff.
Yeah, that's true.
We would just have to pick a couple like really good venues. And then like maybe send us to Ireland or something, depending on how the country of Ireland receives us.
Right. Yeah. There we go.
I don't mean to speak for you. If you want your ashes in a special place, you let me know. It just like can't be Disneyland because they're really serious about that kind of stuff.
Oh yeah, that didn't sound fun.
Yeah. No,
Yeah,
people try
send
to
me.
do that like all the time. It's well documented and they're like absolutely not. Like you'll just get vacuumed up.
Yeah, that's too funny.
Nope. Okay. What do we have else on the document? By the time you hear this, we will be underway for the 2026 Formula 1 season, for better or for worse, and for some teams it's appearing to just be worse. Particularly Aston Martin, given the reports that came out today. Would you like to enlighten the people on what we've learned about the Adrian Newey designed quote
This is
rocket ship?
Yeah, this is what I woke up to this morning. I saw this news like right off the bat, and I was like, I no joke, I read this and thought this was fake. Um, it is this tweet here. Where's I can't run the damn. Who's driving the damn ship?
Left.
Because it ain't me. um, I thought this was Formula Fakers at first, but it is not. New Aston Martin may only set out to complete the formation lap and a few laps of the race in Australia. Reliability issues and a lack of spare parts make it unlikely the 26 Aston Martin can complete a race distance. What kind of hack ass organization are you running over there, man? Like, what is going on?
Yeah, I'm confused. I Fernando Alonso may literally retire halfway through the season.
If I were him, I would. Like, dude, you're gonna get beat by a literally brand new, spanking new team.
Hmm. Well, let's not forget, Valtteri has a 5 place grid penalty to start this Grand Prix, left over from
Yeah,
the last time he was driving in Formula One.
yeah, yeah.
So they might get beat. They might get beat by Valtteri.
Oh, they are. Yeah, they're not gonna. They're no, they're not gonna. They're gonna show up, and I think there's a rule in Formula One where you have to run a certain amount. Like you just can't stay in the garage the entire time. So I think they still have to
Right.
run practice laps and run qualifying, without getting some sort of hand slap from the FIA. Um, but yeah, I just, God, I just can't imagine. We've known this was coming for like 3 years. They've known that Honda is going to be their engine supplier for years. Um, how do you screw this up this badly? It's just
And
unreal.
the Honda Red Bull partnership was very successful
Yes,
by all measures, by all
yes.
accounts. But pre Honda Red Bull was pretty bad, and now it appears post Honda Red Bull is also looking pretty bad.
Mm-hmm.
I'm reading this motorsport.com article, and it starts out by saying the Aston Martin Formula One team has fallen into a dark hole. The AMR 26's engine has been so unreliable that the Silverstone based outfit failed to carry out its pre season testing program, spending more time in the garage than out on track. Honda is completely unprepared for the Australian Grand Prix, with multiple engine failures in Bahrain jeopardizing spare parts supplies, to the extent Aston Martin considered skipping Melbourne by invoking force majeure. That would have been a complete disaster for
Not
Formula
even
One.
showing up.
It it still might be. I mean, people are skeptical of these new regulations as it is, and if a team shows up and then fails to complete any laps on the grid, people are going to start asking like what the hell are we doing?
Right, right. Yeah, I, I am so excited because I have no idea what the hell's gonna happen. Like straight up, no idea. It, we could have like it's either gonna be total chaos or a total bore, and I don't think it's gonna be anything in between. Don't know what the weather situation is gonna be like. No idea if these
Mhm.
cars are even gonna get off the dang starting line like they should.
Sure. We
Um,
don't really know anything about the tires. Like we have the least intelligence going into this season that
yeah,
I've had in my time watching Formula 1. Um to the point where it's like people aren't even out there right now trying to predict a winner for this season. Everyone's just hoping that their team can finish the race,
yeah,
or finish multiple races, or have enough spare parts where if things blow up that you can fix it. Like we have no this regulation change is a full wild card, and whoever wins the championship this year, both constructor and driver, is literally just going to be who has the most reliable engine.
yeah, yeah.
It may not be the best driver, but it's going to be whoever is able to do the most laps without catastrophe.
So true. Which seemingly at the moment seems to be Ferrari
Could be.
and
And
Mercedes.
Mercedes. Yep.
Those are kind of the one and two right now. A lot of people were
Mm-hmm.
speculating that Ferrari, I believe, I think Charles Leclerc had the fastest lap of Bahrain testing,
Mm-hmm.
and he did that like right at the end of the final session. So people are speculating that there was a little hamshackery going on for Mercedes, and they weren't showing their true pace.
A little sandbagging.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Um,
Mercedes has been moving in a scarily public fashion this off season. They're like, here's what we're doing. Here's pictures of it. Look at our car. Look at our
mm-hmm.
drivers. Look how well we're doing. And that frightens me because most
Right.
people aren't so forthcoming with those details, and especially like photos early on in testing. But they were like, look at the car. Like, oh no, what do they have under there?
Right. Right.
Who
Uh,
knows? We're about to find out.
yeah. I'm curious to see because you've seen the clips of the Ferrari wing that like is a full on like flips full like 180.
Yeah,
Looks like it was straight out of a video game, dude. That I saw that the other day. I'm like, damn, that's cool as hell.
it's cool until like maybe it breaks because moving parts like that, I just
Yeah.
worry. Like at high
Yeah.
speed with the forces on them and the shear forces from turning and braking and
Mm-hmm.
accelerating, and like I'm sure they've done extensive testing. I don't mean to undermine everybody in the technical and aero and chassis department over there, but like that feels like asking for it. That you were like, we could open the wing, but we could also make it go backwards. You're like,
Yeah.
okay, did we have
Yeah.
to though? But if it
Yeah.
works, massive
Yes.
technical advantage because
Genius.
other teams aren't doing that. Yeah. That's the formula in Formula 1 is like
Exactly.
you take the regulations and then you innovate around it to try and come up with the fastest car. That's cool. I like when people building stuff like that do
Yes.
cool things and break outside the mold
Mm-hmm.
instead of just like I don't know, injecting air or water into the tires or whatever it was that we were down to with the last regulations.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, I am like oddly optimistic about this season from the Ferrari perspective and from Lewis's perspective. Like it was the way that Charles and Lewis were speaking. It was a little like they seemingly were a lot more positive. So I should no stop no.
What's happening?
The lady on my laptop was talking to me. Uh,
What did you ask
um,
Siri?
I have no idea, no idea. Um,
I just looked at you and I saw this startled look in your eyes. I'm like, what happened?
but yeah, I don't know why I'm this optimistic because I know I'm gonna get like a blade struck straight through my sternum at some point this year, and it's like
That
you
is the
idiot,
Ferrari way. Yeah.
you idiot. Why did you have any optimism whatsoever?
Mm-hmm.
Like
That's the
those
triangle that they used to use for Indiana football that I think they're now
yeah
using with Indiana basketball is like I
yeah
get my hopes up, I get disappointed, I try again. and it just
Yes.
goes in a
Yes.
triangle eternally.
Um, what the hell was I gonna say? I don't remember what I was gonna say. Ah, hell,
You're
I lost my
optimistic.
train. Yeah, I lost my train of thought. I had something on my tongue, and I was gonna say it. Don't remember what that is anymore. Gone.
Maybe it'll come
Poof.
back. Who
I
knows?
doubt it.
If you find it, let me know. Otherwise, we'll just move on to
Oh,
Letterboxd.
okay. Yes, I know what I was gonna say. Yes, yes, yes.
Yep, there you go.
My the It was the max optimism was when they were doing the practice starts in the Bahrain, and like Lewis Hamilton like looked like a freaking rocket ship. He was like from like sixth on the grid, like, and was like, "See you later, Mercedes."
And he was late braking in a way that I have not seen Lewis Hamilton late brake in years
Yeah.
with confidence.
Mm-hmm.
That feels good to me. I mean, they're losing a little ground, like in terms of just the raw pace, but it felt like his comfort in the car allowed him to brake later. So
Mm-hmm.
to just keep using that moment. So they were a little slower off the line with start momentum, but then once he got going, he was able to carry that forward. And then where everybody else was braking, he was waiting a little bit and, catching right back up to
Yeah.
the back of the pack, which could make it really interesting in a scenario where you have 4 or 5 cars like running tight together through a sequence of turns. It's going to come down to like whose engine power is able to get the most off the line, but then also who's able to just conserve that going forward. It's not going to be as cut and dry as in years past where you have cars battling in the corners, but they're roughly all similarly equipped
Yeah.
with something like that. There's going to be more of a discrepancy, I feel like, which might make for better car to car battling and overtakes. It also might
Mm-hmm.
make it significantly worse.
Yeah. I watched a fair amount of the Bahrain testing. Um, when I say fair, I watched probably, I don't know, 3 or 4 hours of it, something like
Mm-hmm.
that, maybe a little bit more. And as I was watching the cars on the track, I was like, I can't tell a difference in these cars. And there were a lot of people complaining. They were like, "Oh, they're slower. Oh, they're this, they're that. This regulation sucks. Oh, blah 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 blah." And I was like,
Like, look how
"You what?"
slow they're taking turn 12. Like, they have to conserve in order to have energy for the straights. And I was watching the onboard camera. I'm like, it looked fine to me. I
I
don't
can't
know.
tell, dude. You cannot. You're
I'm
talking.
I'm sure the drivers can tell because they're
Yes.
very much used to being on the same system and having their brake points and their acceleration, and there's a flow to it, and I'm sure they can tell a
Yeah.
difference.
I mean,
But to
Max was
me,
talking
just a
mad
naked
crap
eye
about him.
observer, yeah, he's like, we can't go flat out anymore. Like, this isn't Formula One.
Yeah. He's like, he's comparing him to Formula E cars.
Sure.
I was like, oh, okay, Max.
So
Yeah, you're
he's
gonna.
retiring when his contract's over.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's yeah, he'll I could first of all, he's complaining, but he'll still win multiple races this year and make it look easy.
Sure.
So,
No, that's how it goes. All these guys, they complain a bunch and then they go drive like world class race car drivers. That's just the nature of Formula One.
yeah. But yeah, so I don't think it's gonna make any difference for us as viewers. Like they're gonna be probably a couple seconds slower, but you're not really gonna be able to tell as much. And I do think we might see slightly better racing. We're not gonna get as many DRS trains
Mm-hmm.
because DRS as we know it is gone, so it's a little something different. And the thing I love about these version of cars, which I really really like, is they've almost kind of implemented this like it's similar to push to pass in the IndyCar, but it's not quite thing. So they have this overtake button, which is entirely based on the amount of energy they were able to regenerate during a lap. And so what's going to happen with that is all the drivers are going to be on like eventually they'll figure it out to where I think they're all going to be on the same plane, but I think it's going to take a while for them to get there to where right now the way these cars are, they're all going to be find ways to regenerate that energy in different ways, and so I think you're going to have a much bigger differentiation in how that gets utilized and used to create more overtaking. And so I think there's probably going to be a little bit more swapping, I think, this
Mm-hmm.
year and then in previous years, to where previous years there was DRS trains. I think that gets replaced this year. I wonder, and I haven't heard anybody else say this, but this is kind of in my mind how I picture a lot of some of these races going is there's just going to be a lot more passing on the straights and a lot, going back and forth and re-overtaking each other as cars have less energy and have more and are able to utilize their overtake differently, more
Hmm.
so than having the DRS range, which for me is more interesting to watch.
Sure.
It's gonna, and the thing I love about it too is it's gonna allow. I think it's gonna allow for more differentiation in terms of strategies, in terms of how to use the energy, when to use it, and it's gonna take a lot more from the drivers to figure that out. And it's gonna take these drivers are gonna. The one thing I love about these regulations to begin with is I've said this before. It's like I think that these cars are going to be more in the driver's hands than in previous generation of cars,
Hmm.
because the grip levels are going to be the downforce and the grip levels are going to be so much less than the previous generations. That, like, especially if you were watching, that was the one thing I did notice is like these guys had to wheel these things, man. Like it just wasn't woo easy peasy. Like they were having to like they were moving around like crazy because they
Yep.
had so much less downforce. And I think it's going to make for a lot more exciting racing. The question is, can you follow each other? Are cars going to be able to follow each other more closely? That's the big thing we're going to find out. But yeah,
Hmm.
I think the racing is going to be better. I think this season's going to be more wide open, and I'm super excited. I can't wait. Just Apple, don't mess this up. Please make it smooth, and so we're able to watch the damn races.
Yep. This is your chance. I agree with you. I think it'll be bigger on the pit crews and the strategy this year. The role that they play is maybe going to matter a little bit more because you won't now have, well, ideally, you won't have the same, like, everyone's on the same race strategy. Here's what lap we're going to stop. Here's how many stops we're going to do. That could get kind of thrown out the window a little bit, or at least thrown a wrench in it, depending on how the race is going and, like, what your drivers need from battery and tires and whatever else. But my biggest fear is that tracks like Imola or Australia, in some sense, and like Azerbaijan is are these cars going to be able to handle the stress put through the power unit and the battery on some of these long straights in top gear? Because I don't think everyone's car is going to be equipped to handle that. I think we're going to see vastly more mechanical
Yeah,
failures or gears getting stuck or whatever it is that there's going to be more wear and tear on the engines and the power units than in years past and the gearboxes because we don't really know how well equipped they are to handle some of the unique demands of each circuit.
yeah, yeah.
We'll see. I think somebody will not make it through that back straight in Australia this weekend. I think somebody's car battery is going to die. You can put money on that. Don't tell anyone I told you that though, because I can't sports bet.
Hey, I actually won money betting NASCAR this weekend. Believe it or not.
Okay. Okay.
I
The
didn't.
the
I
horses
did.
and the ponies.
But however, um, Red Bull favorite Shane Van Gisbergen let me down, but that's okay.
Mm, happens. It does. It happens. Uh, my dad said there's NASCAR and also IndyCar in Phoenix this upcoming weekend. So
Correct.
big weekend for
Yes.
people who like to watch cars go around in a circle.
Mm-hmm.
Great.
I will be there.
Have fun.
Yes, I'm excited. I think this is gonna be great.
Hopefully the weather is mild, I suppose.
We'll find out, won't we?
I think that's the
Pack on
best
that
that we can hope
sunscreen,
for.
baby.
Yep. Okay. Letterboxd. I have some things. I'm assuming you have some things.
Mm-hmm.
What have you logged since our last show?
Okay, when was our last show? Was it? I don't even remember at this
Great
point. It's been.
question. Probably the 25th, 24th or 25th.
Oh, okay. Yes, yes. It was last Monday, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Um, three. I've done three
3.
since then.
Okay.
Yes. I did. I went and saw the 21 Pilots concert movie
Mm-hmm.
in IMAX. Sold out theater, which is like crazy. But as we talked about last week, Pilots fans like travel everywhere, and so they show up. Uh, and it was really cool, man. Like I was like shout out to Mark, who's been with them for a long time, who's the director and does all of their like um video stuff,
Hmm.
and has done for a while. Like it looked awesome. Like especially in the IMAX format where it was like a massive screen. Like it truly captured like the scale of the show they were playing because this was like one of the biggest shows they've ever done. There were like 65,000 people in Mexico City. Side note, I knew that this show was filmed in Mexico City. What I did not realize until I was watching it live was like, hey, that's the grid.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, that's the pit wall.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Because they were playing at
Autodromo Hermanos Rodriguez.
the Mexico City circuit. Yeah,
Yeah,
in the stadium section there.
that's cool.
Yeah, and yeah, they did a great job with it. It was super cool. I really enjoyed it. It was cool. Like it sounded great too. Like they should release a live album of that show if they can. I think it would sound awesome. Um, yeah, and everybody had a great time at the show. We had people clapping along and doing the chants and stuff like that. So that was cool.
That's fun.
Yeah. We did we got some like behind the scenes stuff too, which was fun. We got there was a portion of it where like um Tyler's going through with Shap about like some of the logistics of like where to do stuff, and Shap goes he goes, hey, I built you this thing you can climb during car radio, and and then Tyler he just like looks over at the building that is and just points at the building instead. Can I go up there?
No, buddy.
And turns out he was there and was on the top of the freaking building and had to climb all the way back down the building and then get back on stage in like 2 minutes for the next song.
Sure.
So they showed him like a little bit, like, he was on his little scooter, his motorized scooter to get back to the stage.
Oh my good gracious.
And we also got, I'm sure I think I sent it to you. We got a nice, truly ridiculous Joshler moment, which was just like,
Mm-hmm.
I kid you not, I was like laughing the entire, it was right before the end of the show, right before like Trees. And so I was just like cackling, laughing for the entirety of Trees. I was like, it's like, oh my God, you idiots.
Just the same as they always were.
Yes.
Just two boys in a band. The
But yeah, I
same
had a
as it
great
always
time.
was.
I had a great time. Did your parents end up going?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they did.
They did.
Cool.
They liked it. They thought it was fun. My mom thought it was funny because like they had just come off of Innings Fest and then they went to see this movie. They're like, I swear I was just here. It's like, well, not
Yes.
quite, but
Yes.
yeah, close enough.
Yeah. Because the one thing I do miss, like especially like the difference, because I was the Clancy tour for the movie, and we got mostly Breach songs for innings, and so I did miss getting Routines in the Night and Navigating.
Mm-hmm.
Forgot how great those songs are live. So I did miss that, but yeah, cool experience, good time.
There you go. What else?
Um, I watched this movie called Assault on Precinct 13.
Okay.
John Carpenter
Okay.
of Halloween fame, and this was the movie he did before. Like this, this movie was his like first like studio movie before he went on to do Halloween afterwards. Um, and so, are you familiar? Have you seen the original Night of the Living Dead, the black and white one, the George A. Romero Night of the Living Dead from
Mm-hmm.
1968 or whatever? Yeah,
Yep.
this movie, Assault on Precinct 13, is that, but um, and it's based in LA, and instead of zombies, it's a gang that is trying to take over this police station. And
Okay.
and it's actually a lot of I was surprised.
That's
I
a
was
very
like,
classic movie premise is like the
yeah,
whole you're outnumbered, survive the night kind of deal. But
exactly. Yeah, yeah. And it was like super low budget, so it's not a big budget, but it was I enjoyed it. It was a cool little movie, And And the John Carpenter's score was great as always, but I feel like all of his movies are like that. So I gave it 4 stars. I actually really enjoyed it. It's only like an hour and a half long, so it's a super easy watch, and yeah, I liked it. They did remake the
Anything
movie
else?
like 30 years later, which
Really?
I've never seen that one, but yes.
Techno
For who
Person
was in it?
13. Yeah, 2005. Ethan Hawke, Lawrence Fishburne, John
Hmm.
Leguizamo, Ja Rule.
Ja Rule.
Okay, interesting.
Hmm.
Yeah, they did that one in 2005. It was directed by Jean-Francois Richet.
Ah, yes. The
Much bigger
famed
budget, $20
the
million
famed French
USD.
director
Jean-Francois Richet.
who I've never heard of until
He
this moment.
directed. Hmm. I don't know if I've heard of any of these. Sorry to Jean-Francois. He probably has a lot of money, but um, Emperor of Paris, a lot of
I'm
them are
sorry
French
to this
films.
man.
So sorry to this man. I don't know this man. I've never met this man. Anything else? I think that was two. Didn't you say you had three?
Oh yeah, I watched a Japanese movie called Yakuza Graveyard.
Okay.
Japanese gangster movie. Um, Solid 3 star movie. Another like hour and a half, easy watch. Fun little Japanese gangster movie from the
Fair
1970s.
enough. That feels like it's your niche
That's all
lately.
that's all I have to say about that.
Japanese movies from the 70s and 80s is like kind of your wheelhouse at the moment.
I've been watching a lot of Japanese movies. I think I told you I rewatched Seven Samurai for the first time in like 20 years
Yeah,
last week.
because you asked me
Great
if I
movie.
had seen it, and I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
"Girl,
yeah.
really?"
Banger,
Yep.
absolute banger. I need to buy that movie on 4K too.
Add it to the wish list.
Hmm.
Richie has this wish list on Amazon that I'll just tell the people. Um, he has a gift card, and he's been thinking about what Blu-rays and stuff to add to his list of things that he's gonna buy. And he was listing off all the movies today, and it was like boy movie, cinephile movie, boy movie, and then he's like, I should put Barbie in there. Richie. So taste. He has a wide palette of enjoyment. We were just talking about it because like I have this. I'm like, this might be the one movie that I own that you don't own on
Hmm.
Blu-ray because Richie's Blu-ray collection is massive, but yeah.
I was thinking about that the other day. Like, I actually think my like there are people out there who are like legit like collectors, and they have like
Mhm.
thousands of discs. And I was thinking about like my collection, and I feel like my collection is actually much bigger than most people's. And I was trying to do like an accounting of how many movies I own, and
Mhm.
it's I want to say it's like honestly like probably at this point well over 50.
Okay. You
Yeah.
need like we need like Discogs, but for movies.
I agree. I think that would be sick.
That maybe already exists. I haven't looked, but
Cuz like I
I've
have,
seen a
cuz
big push lately for like physical media as well. Like
yes.
you're gonna be in great shape if things ever get taken down or whatever,
Yes.
just on the internet.
Yes.
Not
Yes,
everything stays
yes.
forever.
That's
Yeah.
why that's why I've been doing this lately is cuz like I don't buy anything digitally for that reason. I want to have like that's why I love vinyl. Dude, I can keep that. I have
Yeah.
it. Nobody can take that away from me.
Play it whenever
And
you want. Well, until the
same thing.
government comes to seize your assets, I guess. Like they can't take that away from you, but
True. Um, everything's coming with me to Ireland. Um, but
and when we
uh,
die, you can take all of our things that we own and add them to the pyre that is burning next to our Viking funeral, and then put our ashes in the Spotify urn, and then
yes,
play that music on a speaker for
there you
eternity.
go. Yes.
Yeah.
Cause like the thing I am with my all of the most of the movies I've been buying is like I am a completionist, I guess. So
Okay.
like in that I buy all like a bunch of the like I'll buy an entire series, right? So like I have most of the Mission Impossible movies. I'm just missing the last two, so I have 6 of the 8. I have all the Harry Potter movies. I have the first Lord of the Rings, the first 3 Lord of the Rings movies. I have most, if not, I have most of Daniel Craig's James Bond movies. I have all the Die Hard movies. Right? So like I have a decent amount of Marvel movies. Like I have all of the Avengers movies.
Mm-hmm.
Um and a few other Marvel movies in there. Captain America, I think I have too. I have most all of Christopher Nolan movies. Almost all. Um so yeah, so it adds up quickly.
Yeah.
So just on that alone, how many is that? Do the math there.
I was not a math major, but yeah, I'll agree with you at about 50.
Correct. Because I bought a new crop of stuff like last month, and so I brought in like I think I ended up getting 6 more at least, if not more.
Okay.
So yeah,
Easy, bestie. We're still gonna need that tape fund.
we need it for tape fund.
We do. I only had 2 things to add, so we'll do that quick, and then we'll peace off and let you have the rest of your Friday as we're recording this. But I watched the new Taylor Tomlinson Netflix special. It's called Prodigal Daughter. I gave it 3.5 stars. I significantly enjoyed the back 40 minutes of this, and I texted you this, I think, more than the first like 20 minutes of this, which is the majority of the runtime. That's not to say that I didn't enjoy the first 20 minutes of it, but it was, I won't spoil anything for anyone that wants to watch it because she's great and you should also go back through her older catalog and watch some of that, but it's all very much on the same topic and kind of like expounding on the same topic for like the first 20 minutes, and then it really kind of hits its stride at about like 25 minutes or a half hour and kind of goes forward. And I like stand-up comedy and I just watched, like, to compare this directly to the Marcelo Hernandez special, his was all over the place. There was no there was no continuity, there was no
Yeah.
thread running through the whole thing. Taylor Tomlinson has evolved a lot in her stand-up to do more of like it's more of like a long form kind of story based where like she'll talk about one topic, she'll go into the other, but kind of throughout she keeps connecting them and like makes you
Yeah.
realize that it's all sort of one narrative up until the end, and then we'll wrap it all together at the end. And that's kind of like the way that she'll do them. Same thing with stand-up comedians that have been doing this stuff for a long time. Like you'll see it with John Mulaney and things like that, where they'll do just a couple big stories throughout.
Yeah.
Marcelo Hernandez was all over the place, but I loved it. It was awesome. And the back half of this was great.
Yeah. I still need to watch Sarah Squirm from SNL. I still want to see hers because I feel like
I
that.
need to watch the Mateo Lane one.
Yes, he's also really funny. And then Chris Philbin, I think, has his coming out on HBO soon as well. So
Love Chris Fleming. Chris Fleming's brain works the same way that mine does,
he's just
which is that it doesn't work at all, but it's just like everywhere.
yeah,
It's very much like Bo Burnham, but of insanity spectrum Bo Burnham. Yeah. Mateo Lane's is called the Al Dente special. I need to get on that one too.
yeah.
But anyway, I watched that one, gave it 3.5 stars, and I reviewed it saying Bridge to Terabithia jump scare, because there was one of those. I won't tell you what it was because it's funnier if I don't. And then we've been watching movies last week while I was at work. My student and we had some movies on, and we settled on Mrs. Harris Goes to Paris. It's like Paddington, but like for a 55-year-old white lady, which is not to say that Paddington isn't also for a 55-year-old white lady. But it was such like a cheesy grandma movie, and I have to say I enjoyed it anyway. It was dumb. It was fully predictable the whole time through. Like we were sitting there just calling what was going to happen next.
Yeah. Is this a sequel to Mr. Smith Goes to Washington?
No, not correlated at all to Mr. Smith Goes to Washington. I think there was an original Mrs. Harris movie, but this one is now Mrs. Harris Goes to Paris. Alba Baptista is in it. It's from 2022.
Mm-hmm.
It was fine. It's literally that this British, she's like a cleaning lady, like a housemaid, and she's cleaning for this rich neighbor of hers, and this lady has this beautiful like $500 Christian Dior dress. And the whole thing is kind of an advertisement for Dior in like a weird way. I don't know if that was intentional or not, but anyway, her like life's mission becomes to go to Paris and get a custom Dior dress. And she does eventually make it to Paris, but I won't spoil the rest of the movie for you. But there are some really funny Letterboxd reviews about it that I've liked that are kind of in my back pocket about it. Let me see if I can find one. There's some funny ones. It's this one right here. Somebody gave it 4 stars and said, "My aunt used to go to Paris, Mrs. Harris's niece," which is just a good La La Land callback. And then someone gave it 5 stars and said, "Paris, oh Lord, she coming."
That's great. Ooh, I need to add.
It's
Speaking
stupid.
of La La Land, I need to add that to my little Amazon wish list.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, that's a film enjoyer movie.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all I have, really. No
Okay.
more anecdotes for the
I'm
podcast.
surprised.
We're already over time, so
That was like
let's
that was two. Yeah.
let's wrap it
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
No, that was all I had.
Real quick, can
That's
I?
big progress for me.
Yeah, it is. I have one thing to recommend to the people, just
Okay.
because. Um, it's a comic book. I've been my back in my comic book journey
Sure.
this year, and it's awesome. I love supporting my local comic book shop. But anyway, I wanted to shout out this run here, Absolute Wonder Woman, written by Kelly Thompson. And as somebody who has never read a Wonder Woman book in my life until I started reading this Absolute Wonder Woman run, it's been awesome. It's been so damn good. Yeah, check it out.
Okay.
Great art too. Artist's name is Hayden Sherman, and his art is awesome. And the character design, you can't really tell in this cover. I should go grab if I have another one lying around. I actually do. Let me see. I wonder if I can. So you can see her character. Diana's character design is so much better than previous versions of the character. And the big twist on this version of the character is that she didn't grow up on Themyscira. She's still Themysciran and is an Amazon, but she was taken away at a very young age, and she grew up in hell.
Oh,
That's the twist on this book, and it's freaking badass, dude. It's like
not where I thought that was going at all.
hell yeah. It's like the like the
Literally.
lore and the mythology they build up around like and her dealing with all these gods and goddesses, which I'm assuming is part of her normal thing, in the mainline books. But I just feel like the way they tell the story here is just so much better. So wanted to shout out female superhero that is written by a woman, Kelly Thompson, and the run is great. So check it out.
There you go. All right. Support your local creators in comic books and music, and support your local coffee shops and whatever else you got near you. Fight capitalism. Say no to spending $20 on things. And I mean, I guess like create your own Tate fund is our best advice, and start putting some money toward it. Even if it's just like your gas fund or your send your favorite podcast to Ireland
Gas
fund.
also now $20 now.
Yeah, $20 for sure. Like every time you fill up, $20. You blink, $20 gone.
It was like almost $4 today. I'm like, oh my god.
Ooh.
Yeah.
See, ours is less than that, but we have a gas tax that's like up there. So
Yeah.
you're not saving that much. Anyway, follow us at OHOBZ Pod on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. Also follow us over on our Twitch page. Promise we'll have more stuff for you really fairly soon at this point in the next couple of weeks about what we're going to do for our big stream, our 100th episode, post 100th episode at this point. But big things coming, and thanks for listening and following along and sharing with your friends, and continue to do so because it frightens us that people listen to this. So keep listening. Thanks.